the screens, all for the views, all for the likes, and it's far from the truth. Addicted to the feed, like crack for the fiends, lost in the memes. Times like this, it's all for the fame and the glamorous. Identity crisis, then we all smile for the cameras. Identity crisis. Feels like my mind is exploding, locked in and I'm zoned in. These algorithms have me scrolling. Yeah, she knows what she's posting. More likes for the skin exposing. Skin out, get career in motion, cause that's how the algorithm is coded. This suicidal, early signs of depression, from the trolling in the mentions. She linked the surgeon for new dimensions. They control our perceptions, and we need an intervention. These are my thoughts and reflections. Yes, all for the fame and glamorous. Identity crisis, hey. And we all smile for the cameras. Identity crisis, yeah. How the fate become the factual, everything gets so unnatural. How love gets so transactional, and them get caught up in the virtual. And worst of all, the hate gets a perpetual. In the dance, all they get over sexual. In the VIP, them section off, I spend them last any chance. If you take the photograph with the Fendi pants, with the breast implants. So friend, no compare your life to that photograph. It only show the smile and laugh. And if you ever learn the half, you get to understand them lost. It's all for fame and glamorous. Identity crisis, hey. Then we all smile for the cameras. Identity crisis. Before you hate yourself, here is a reminder. Oh yes, the gift of life is from the source of provider. And make we overcome the struggle and be survivors. Remember, I and I eternal live on forever.
Irie Jam Radio, set standard. DJ Roy, set standard. Irie Jam bless. Tell them we bless, tell them we bless, tell them we bless.
You have to have it clean for Irie. Strictly Irie Jam. You see it?
New York City, Connecticut, New Jersey, I am honored. Now, you know, watching this young man turn into the star that he's become, seeing the journey, because one of his biggest cheerleaders is a good friend of the Irie Jam family.
Yeah.
One of his biggest cheerleaders, because I just remember, like, she would come to me and say, "Wow, you're not playing my brother." Keznamdi, welcome to Irie Jam Radio, Brethren.
Yes, DJ Rai. Irie Jam is an honor, you know?
Wow.
Give thanks. Yeah,
Brethren, we haven't seen you in a minute in the flesh.
Yeah.
We've seen you when you stepped up to receive your award.
Yeah.
Let me say, well deserved, brethren.
Yes, fire.
But before I even get to that moment, because it has to be something that is sketched in your mind and probably be in your mind for probably the rest of your life. I think, you know, when you think about what happened on that day, you know, the birth of a child, a son or a daughter, things like that are the only thing that I think could top that for you, because I know you're a very spiritual person and a very conscious person.
Yes, sir.
So even though you didn't do the music for that, the works made it happen, and we applaud you for the work that you've been doing. But I want to start with the name, and the reason why I want to start with the name, and let me say this: when the night of the Grammys,
yes, sir,
and when your name was called, and the next day when I was on the radio, and people were asking me, "Right, who's that?" I felt that I didn't do my job.
No, man.
And why I say that? Because I was explaining to people your journey. I was explaining to people the levels of your album and why it deserved. So I felt like I didn't do my job to the fullest. You know what I mean? So I want to start with the name, because I think one of the things people didn't know is the name. What does the name mean?
Keznamdi.
Yeah.
You know, Keznamdi now is two name.
Okay.
But my parents make I'm a birth name. So it's not an artist name.
Okay.
It's the name of my parents give me on my birth certificate.
Right.
Kez really come from Ethiopia.
Okay.
Which is a title that is given to a high priest. Right? And Namdi
come from Nigeria.
Okay.
And it's Namdi is actually a very common name in Nigeria. And it means the son who saved his father's name.
Wow.
So, I'm in a family with just all women.
Okay.
So 4 sisters. And it's the same thing, my father. So me are the only living one in the flesh, in the bloodline where I carry on my father's name.
Okay.
So me are the only boy. But, I feel like even me and my father did a reason, and him feel like it even more than that now, Just by we are expanding the foundation what them set for we.
Right.
And we are I'm very proud of what we are doing, And I can see that, and
Right.
it's like we are carrying on my father's legacy.
Indeed. Now, as a kid growing up in Jamaica,
Yeah.
what was it like? How did they treat you based on your name? Because Caribbean and Jamaican people can be very, very brutal as a youth.
Man.
As a youth, like when you play ball or, you got a gym or
Say it wasn't the first name.
Okay.
It was the last name.
What's the last name?
Yeah. Because my last name is McDonald.
So all the two.
So it's like a big clash, because you have Keznamdi.
Right.
This name is a big name, powerful name, and then you have McDonald, So I think it was more like it's not said a McDonald, but it's just the fact that Keznamdi is such a African name, you know what I mean? And then you come with an Irish name, McDonald. But even as a man now, I feel like it perfectly describes me as a mixed youth, because in a Jamaica the motto is out of many one people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, we have Irish blood in our way as well, and that's our Irish side, you know what I mean? But we also have black blood in our way too, and Indian blood, and them thing that in my bloodline, you know what I mean? So, but it was really the last name,
Wow.
So it wasn't really the first name. But then, again, when we used to go Woolmers, and we used to go Andrews Prep School in Jamaica. And when them call out the name them for attendance, Peter, John, Stephen. You see when them reach my name, they don't know what to say. Right. I mean? Them all a cuss bad word I try to say my name, But yeah, man. But I love my name, man.
Yeah.
It was a name where
unique too.
Yeah, man, unique and I love I felt like it did give me a lot of more confidence out there as a youth to come up where I get a powerful name with a meaning, because enough time parents just give a name,
some thought was put into your name.
Yeah, a lot of thought, and I carry it on with my youth, them, my 2 sons. One name is Kesale, which means the crown prince, right? And Kesete is the next son, and it means revealer of the light. You know what I mean? And these are all names from Ethiopia.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you speak the language?
No. I lived in Tanzania for 3 years.
Okay.
And I went there I left Jamaica when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
And I lived in Tanzania for 3 years. And in Tanzania, I learned the language Kiswahili.
Okay.
That's what they speak in Tanzania. And not say like me learn it but me learn it really good enough for
have a conversation
and have a conversation, order food and get round and make my way through in a society, you know what I mean? Because I was younger, we did play no football in the streets, them and things, so we have to learn and we have to get quicker, you know what I mean? Ethiopia now, when we moved there now, I think what made it hard for me to learn the language, which is called Amharic, is that is a different alphabet.
Okay.
So that was a tough thing,
So it's not your regular ABC.
Yeah, like in Kiswahili, it's still the same. Like Mambo VP mean is a way to greet somebody. Mambo, MAMBO. So it's still the same kind of structure, you know. But Amharic now was a different alphabet, It's like a different it's not even letters, So I think that did make it a little trickier.
How did that help you with your music?
Yeah, man. Well, bro, we had a unique upbringing. You know what I mean? Where we grew up in Jamaica as a Rasta youth, and in them days that was a very unique. Having 2 parents who are Rastafari and then faith, that already set you apart as a Jamaican youth, because most tourists think that is pure Rasta they are Jamaican, but is more Catholic. is the dominant
Yes.
faith over there, and is not much. Rastafarians is the minority. You know what I mean? So we were already just different just because of that. You know what I mean? And then now being able to moving around so much as a youth, getting exposed to all these different languages, different foods, different cultures, different kinds of people. You learn the word of adaptation. You have to adapt really quickly. You know what I mean? And I think that did give me a lot more maturity, even as compared to my generation at the time. And you can hear it in my music. I think I always say this. One of my superpower them is, I feel like I can bring worlds together. You know what I mean? By how I look, by how I go on, by my travels. You know, I feel like that is one of my gift them. And then I think if you really take a deep dive into my music, you can hear that. You can hear that. You can hear my travels. You know,
when I listen to your music and I listen to your sound, you know, I hear like a Jesse Ryle, I hear like a Chronics, but I also hear like a Peter Tosh. You know, but I still hear the difference because you still are different from them. I hear it, but you're still different from them. Some of the people you worked with, you know, shaping your craft, shaping your sound. Some of the people you work with coming up.
I think again, my parents are musicians, you know, so from a tender age, we're always around music, you know, like they were in a band called Chakula, which which means food in Kiswahili, but it's spiritual food, you know. So I think a lot of my early age, like looking forward back to that time, is like you really look at the decisions that I was making as a young youth without knowing that I was going to aspire to become a musician, and looking back at those moments where, you know, in between rehearsal, you would have go fumble with the drum or play with the piano, or in between time, and, you know, or writing poetry, or, you know what I mean? But I never really, you know, I did a lot more, music was a lot more intimate for me. It wasn't really like a social thing for me, where, you know, like I feel like most Jamaicans' experience with music is, you know, a very collaborative thing. You know what I mean? The collaborative works never really got I never really got that till, well, I like that. In high school, we were in a group called D-Zone, Danger Zone, where we used to beat on desk and freestyle with the Virgin them and thing. But when we start take music serious, it was really just really an inward thing. It wasn't really like, yo, you jump on a juggling or... And I think a lot of my generation probably have that experience because having a recording studio meant something different in our generation, because you could just have a little M-box or a little laptop speaker and you could record. Back in the day, you had to be in a proper recording studio, you know, so that force... You know, and that have its pros and cons too. But then now, I think with the new era of youth, that was the first time now where we start to get some music, make some music with, like, as you say, with Chronics, with Jesse, with all of my peers, you know what I mean, with Kabaka, with Kelisa, Empress Sativa, you know what I mean, Janine, Micah Shemaya, all of these great artists, we were around and performing together and recording many times in different spaces and things, and that would be like my first kind of experience with that. You know?
What I also notice in the names that you mentioned, like you're all each other's cheerleaders.
Yeah, man.
I see the love and the respect each of you have for each other, and it's warming to the heart, because sometimes people think about reggae music as sometimes, you know, the artists are divided. The artists, them don't really get along. Them smile when them there when one another. But when they're behind each other's back, it's something different. And when I'm Rona Kabaka and hear him talk about you, when I'm Rona Jesse and hear him talk about you, or Leela and hear them talk about you, I see that it's a genuine love. And I think that's why the movement was so great, and I think we needed it at the time. It came at a time when Jamaica needed to see that the youths, generation next, can get along, can also compete, but compete with respect.
Yeah, man, I think I think when we first started out, it was a lot easier to get together because it wasn't real. We never really have no team or nothing with us. A text and it's like, I think now as each individual building out them infrastructure, it's a little bit different for move, you know, like for just get a man like Chronic so far, not say it's not, it's impossible, but it's a different movement now. It means different. Our names carry a lot more weight now. But one thing I can say about all of us is that regardless our friend or not, I think that all of us see that we're on a mission and all of us doing something special for our generation. And I think that universal respect for each other, we see that in each other. That's why we push each other and we call each other name. Because we know say bigger than Keznamdi, it's bigger than just, it's not about Kez, it's not about Jesse, it's not about Kabak, it's not about that. It's about the music we're presenting to the people and creating that balance in the space where people use the music for refuge. You know what I mean? So, so that respect is there, you know?
I started the interview with of course, Identity Crisis because it's a song that says so much in the 3 minutes and change that it has. There's so many topics you touched on in the song, which if you love music and love life, there's something in the song that you can relate to. How was it writing that song?
That record now, again, was one of those records. I do this a lot where, you know me, I got to a space where I'm not as inspired because I'm highly critical of myself. You know what I mean? So, me analyze everything or like, you know, me really critical of what I'm saying or the melodies. That was one of the songs where I was going through a time where I wasn't, you know, me get anxiety when me don't make music, you know. It stress me out, you know what I mean? Like when I got to a space where it's like, you know, it bother me, you know? So with that now, that's when I went into the studio and I said, yo, all right, no analyzing. What's the first thing we're feeling? Even if it don't sound good to me or nothing, just continue the process and continue it and just let it free flow. Don't analyze it. And that was one of the things I did where I was feeling the algorithm. You know what I mean? And how it affecting me and how it affecting my peers and how it affecting the world. And I wanted to write something about that, you know, and that's what forward,
Well, Bridget, an amazing song, and I wanted to start the interview with it because it's one of my favorites on the album. But also this one, you know?
Na na na, na na na, Everybody needs somebody. Baby girl, you are a real trophy. I see clearly you're the one for me. You deserve the loving from a real OG. Day and night, in need of your loving. You got me thinking of you. This feeling, just can't get enough, The bingy day I feel. Come data, come in on me yard, are you me after? You got me tripping for you. Girl, me there for you now. So made in pairs and this connection that we share is really deep. I know me understand these lessons getting clearer, Year and after year, baby, we make it through repair and we find a way to make it through. Baby, I'm in love with you. No, I might not say it after, baby, I'm in love you. No, we might not get the time to spend it like we want to. Need more than a lifetime with you. Take my life, align it with you. Share my life choice now with you. Take me whole heart and give you. Oh, lucky is I man for go back up a diamond and I cannot deny, girl, the feeling in I and keep on holding me tight, cause loneliness is a crime, and girl, you're up on my mind. Everybody needs somebody, baby girl, you are a real trophy. I see clearly you're the one for me. You deserve the loving from a real OG. Day and night, in need of your loving.
Listening to Irie Jam.
Everybody needs somebody.
Yes, man.
And you are a real trophy. Was that pen for someone in mind?
Yeah, man. Somebody very special, you know. The mother of my children. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Just write it in a way where, everybody, every man need a great woman, you know, for hold the fort down, you know. Cause enough time we up on the road and we are move, and trust me, it's a woman we hold on the fort, and you know, sometimes we miss certain moments where, you know, she's committed to this part where, and I think she understands, you know what I mean, and that's how the inspiration for this.
Indeed. And it is great when you take time out to acknowledge and let them hear. Even though I'm not here right now, you are my trophy. Even though I'm up on the works, I'm up on the battlefield. Because it's a sense of security. You know, it's a sense of, man, I go and hold it, make him do what him have to do.
Yeah, man. She enough sacrifice she make for me can do this thing what we are doing, you know what I mean? And sometimes I feel guilty, but you know, she hold the fort and a real woman, you know?
Indeed. Where were you when you finally got the call that you were in the last 5? You know, because, you know, albums are submitted and, you know, everybody makes their post, you know, consideration for the Grammy. So many albums were considered, which is good because that's the first part of the process. You know, you submit your album and you see where the chips fall. You submitted your album. Did you think you were going to make the last 5?
No, man. I not think that, man.
And who decided to do that? Was that you, management?
As a team, we all said, yo, you know, I had this album done for a year, you know.
Okay.
So every time we would just play it, I would just take it and just play it.
Wow.
Like I would just, if we're on a long drive or with somebody who don't even listen to my music, I would just play it, so because I like to play my music to people who are not really in the industry or even really thinking about music in a marketing way. I like to just see what a human being respond to this. And I like to play it for people who don't even understand the culture. I want to see how people react and, you know, do they move a finger, do they move a foot, or do they get excited? I just kind of like for see how people react to the music, you know. And, you know, there was a common thing, yo, a Grammy album, this and did for a whole year, you know, all of my brethren them are telling me, you know, and I say, you know. And, you know, we decided as a team, we say, yo, make we just submit it, you know what I mean? And I'm not a Grammy member, you know what I mean? So I had to call one of my brethren them, who is a Grammy member, to submit it for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't even know the process of this, you know what I mean? This is the first time submitting it, you know. And
right.
I remember for Bloodline, we wanted to submit it, but we didn't know anybody.
Okay.
We didn't know how to go about doing it, you know what I mean? And we just, the moment passed. Because you have to understand, our thing was always guerrilla, you know. We always existed outside of the industry. I've been blessed to have a fan base that really support my journeys and support my touring and support my merch and stuff. So I've been blessed that way. So we've always just functioned outside. So whatever going on within the industry, it never really affect my community and what I was building, you know. So these things was like, in industry moves is not, we don't really have link like that and big link like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, but anyway, I send it to my brethren and him say, yeah man, me'll help you man, that's easy man, and boom boom, and him walk me through the process, make sure I get it submitted, and I forgot about it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because we're doing work and we're just promoting the album and boom boom boom, and then we were like leading up to it now, like a day or two, them, you know, we get in the news, say, all right, them go announce whatever. In the morning, no, I was dropping me youth them to school, and them put it on, everybody was there, my manager, my mother, my girl, kids them, and them say we not take the youth them to school, them I go late today, we go just watch this. We sit down and I watch it, and them call Cartel, I think them do Leela, and then them say Blood and Flyer, and I was just, couldn't believe it, man.
Wow.
Rhyme, couldn't believe it. I'm not gonna tell a lie. And my mother was sitting next to me, and I get up and she just hugged me and she start bawl, you know.
Tears of joy.
Yeah, man, she start crying.
And she know the journey too.
Them know, them know.
They know the journey.
Yo, trust me, the toughest time for your artist is the unheard and the unseen part, you know. You have to have a different level of vigor. Yeah. Forgot you that, you know. And yo man, rough, you know. So for all my mother, and she just a ball in my hand, and yo, that was probably, you know, one of the greatest moments in my life, next to the day we win, but when just holding my mother. And you have to remember, you know, my mother is a cultural woman, you know, I'm a father, you know, so I do this for them really, you know, for what them set the foundation for I and I in that culture, yeah. The cars, the foundation we set for stay upon the mission, yeah.
Teaching.
Yeah, man, it was a special moment to give that to them. So that to me was the win.
Wow.
Getting a nomination.
You win already?
Me no need
you don't need no
else.
more.
I'm good. And my phone no stop ring after that, you know what I mean? Like just a ring and so much people reaching out, you know. So that was the win for me, you know what I mean? And then just being a part of all my peers them, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy that history reach yes or nowhere. Martima who live up a garden town, I used to drive up. Martima them time they don't even have car. And me I drive and I go pick him up a garden town up in the hills, you know, you have to walk way up, you know.
Wow.
I'm take him up and I drive up a skyline levels, and me and him at that time we were working on my first album, Bloodline. Jesse. Me used to go down at Jesse and go play ball with him around a national stadium in Jamaica. That's where the ball field was, and we used to go every week. We was playing ball, me and Jesse, that are my youth, you see me, Jesse. Play enough ball together, you know, so him too.
So you two close friends, and I know the connection with you and Leela too.
Yeah, man, and then Leela, you know, with the evening, we wasn't really we never connect, but we're vibrating on a lot of the same frequency with the messages we're putting out. So, in the same space with Proton, Indig, and we're always in a professional setting together, whether it's show or whatever. So we always love and appreciate each other. We always DM and always make her know, say, yo, we love the light and where you shine and see him forward. Leela have the same birthday as my son.
Okay.
January 23rd. So every birthday, me and her always exchange a little word, you know. So, you know, just to be amongst people where you can go down a halfway tree and see Jesse.
Yes.
You can go up a Papine and see Keznamdi. Yeah. You can, you know, these are just everyday Jamaicans, you know, and at the Grammys, you know, and then Vibes Cartel, who is just raising the value of this culture on a whole nother level, where you expand your mind of what your infrastructure can be as an artist, even at the age that he's doing it at, you know what I mean? So
it's funny you say this, and one thing I can tell you about Irie Jam Radio and the personalities on it, we're very honest.
Yeah.
So when it came out, you know, and I big up Louis Grant, because when it comes out, we make sure we listen to all the albums.
Yeah.
All right? I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, sir.
There's no way I thought that Carlton was gonna lose. And I'll tell you why. Not because of the quality of work that he put in on the album, because I said it on the air. I says, the albums, all 4 other albums to me are better albums.
Yeah.
Better listening albums to me, not putting down his work either.
Yeah.
It's a good, excellent album, but what I like, the other 4 albums are my speed. Albums that I could put in and listen to.
Yeah.
But I said, because of the movement of cartel, and how when this man goes on social media, it shuts down.
Global force.
When this man moves, everything moves. The first artist to get $1 million for a stage show, the first artist to sell out back-to-back nights at UBS Arena, then go Canada, then go to what you call it. So in my head, not based on the music, and he has good music, based on what was going on at the time, I'm like, I don't know, man. And Louis Grant from Irie Jam said, listen to your album. I said, Louis, I listened to the album bad. So it's not like I'm telling you the album bad. It's not like my tell you, leave that album bad. It's not, and I was so happy for Mortimer too, because I want to all you them were pushed from the early days. So when we saw Mortimer, and as Jamaicans, we were proud because we're looking at the list, and everybody come from Jamaica. Can I say loud?
Yeah, man, a Jamaican alumni, iconic lineup, first time in a long while.
First time in a long while that everybody, and I'm saying to myself, I won't say that they've been getting it wrong, but this is the closest I've seen them get it right.
Yeah.
You know, no one had any, you know, normally when you see the nomination, people are, oh, that, I don't know that. this was one of the few times when everybody was like, yes.
Yeah, I felt like that too. Everybody felt like that. Yeah.
Yes. So you're crying in your mother's arms.
Yeah.
You win already.
Me win
In
already,
your
man.
eyes, you win already.
Win already.
So now you go to the awards.
Yeah.
And before we get to that, let me play the next song where we don't play over yourself. Because this song now, it's one of my mom's favorite songs, the original.
Yeah.
So she gravitated to it immediately.
All right.
Now, Bridget, me not telling a lie.
Yeah.
You're brave.
Yeah.
Because this is such a iconic song done by big people's music god.
Yeah, man, a real thing, man.
When you think about it. But the way you put your twist on it and still staying close to the essence of the song.
Yeah.
But giving us in a 2005 vibe. But you said it's a year before the album. So it's a 2024 vibe.
Yeah, man.
Amazing song. Man. Talk to us about this.
You know what's crazy? Prime Wave now is the people them who administer Toots catalog.
Okay.
It's a publishing company, and they reached out to me to feature on the song.
Oh.
Pumps and Pride. And you know, when them send me the record, it was just not a good representation of to me, when I feel like they were trying to make a tribute. They were making a tribute album for Toots, you know? And at that time I was working on my album. So what I did was I recorded my version of it. You know what I mean? And I already had my musicians.
Okay.
And I just go in the studio and really did it. That's why even in the part later down, you hear me all a DJ upon it as well, and kind of just create a little twist of like, you know, just make it sound fresh and thing. And it was some producers who weren't from our culture.
Okay.
So it wasn't that it didn't sound bad. It sounded good, you know, but it never really reflect roots in it, you know, because it was people who never really understand what is reggae music, to be honest, you know. And then when I sent them back my record now, them call me and them say, yo, they want me to produce the whole album.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, what? Toots? Like, no, man, you must be somebody else so you can, you know, produce the whole album, man. I was kind of shocked, you know, and then I was like, all right. And they told me that obviously whatever they're working on, I told them, say, look, I'll do it. Under one condition, if you allow me to put this version on my album, you know what I mean? But during that time, it was crazy because making this album, it taught me so much about reggae music that I never even knew at that time, even when me think me know.
Right.
Because I had to go in and learn all the bass lines on my guitar.
Okay.
I had to learn all the guitar parts. I had to learn all the chord progressions. A lot of these songs, it's like a 10-track album with all the Toots friend them like Gwen Stefani. I don't know when it's coming out. We finished it, but they're working on recording all of Toots' big friend them, Mick Jagger them, and all of them supposed to be doing their parts. I had to demo a lot of the vocals as well and thing, just to kind of give the guidance of what we're doing and the arrangement and things. So it taught me so much intricate details about the relationships between the hi-hat and the organ, and how that can affect the groove, or you know, how the bass line just all these little things where I feel like I wasn't considering as much because I just, you know, so it was like I felt like I was in a classroom every day, because I had to prepare, because we flew up about like 8 musicians and we went to LA for 2 weeks and recorded the whole album. We're doing like 1 song a day.
Wow. And
we're jamming it and making sure the groove right. And yeah, man, it's like the process of that. I genuinely felt like I got a degree in one part of reggae, you know what I mean? And then the Pumps and Pride, boy, I'm just like every time here, same thing. When I hear my father, when I play for my father, I'm gonna say, yeah, man, not this, the people in Europe want to hear, you know what I mean? I them thing you may talk about. You know, I them thing that my father say when they hear Pumps and Pride, you know?
Right.
And yeah, so that's kind of how the storyline of Pumps and Pride.
Wow. Bridget, you add your own twist, especially like you say, your DJ part of it, and then come back.
Yeah.
But still, again, we still hear Toots and remember how monster of a song this was when it came out back in the days. And really and truly, I'm glad they allowed you to put it on the album because we couldn't wait until it, until it dropped. Now, let's go now to the day of the Grammys. The morning when you wake up, what you do? What you eat? More on the whole breakdown because this is not like the other interview them. Inquiring minds want to know. You land in LA, what happened?
We landed in LA, we landed a week before. We and the smaller team got there first.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of like different press and appearances that we're making. During the week of Grammys, there's a lot of things that's happening. Like,
so it's kind of like a Super Bowl week for music.
Yeah, and there's a lot of artists like, I forget that country artist, there's this big country, we went to make an appearance there. There was just a bunch of stuff going on industry-wise, and we were just kind of
meeting people.
As a, you know, I remember, you have to remember, there's everybody in that nominations is backed by a big company.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're the only one in that list that is just me and my little team from their high school.
Wow.
And, you know, we're still there with me, you know?
Wow.
So this is the first time. So we are trying now as a team, we are trying to soak up everything and make sure we maximize the opportunity because I say the win is far from we just know that they know if we just make sure we maximize the moment because we not think about the win, you know what I mean? We feel like if we did that think about the win, we probably would have do things a little different, you know? And then it was like about 10 of us. We did get like a little Airbnb and you know, funny enough, all these things that were planned, we didn't even end up going.
Wow.
We just stayed inside. Like there was either problems of just logistics to move 10 people for one place or maybe we missed that, so we ended up not doing really much, to be honest. You know, we just stayed and it did almost, honestly, looking forward at it, it was just like it felt like there was a little protective energy over us. I feel like if we did go certain place, maybe a problem would happen, you know. Chicken Marriott then here, you know.
Yeah, man.
And we did it, and so at that time I just beer, herb bun and, you know, food I cook and them kind of vibes and reggae music I play and then I think when it really hit me, send me in at the leading up to the week, I think there was a couple moments now where we went to an event where you go and pick up your medallion. All nominees have a medallion. And you know, I did see Jesse there and that was the next thing where me and Jesse just hook up and we just say, yo, it's crazy, you know, with that.
School days to know.
You walk and you say, be a star, everybody you say, yo, this crazy, like this beautiful place where them take we now with all kind of food and thing are going, like it almost feel like it in one castle, like. And we're just there and Mr. Jesse in the line, cause I did reach there before him, but him was in the line going for his press photos. And we did there, did I see Lila? No, I never see Lila there. And then Martima had a record signing at a vinyl store. And we did surprise him, we never even tell him, we just go. You know what I mean? And we just go show support and we buy the vinyl and make him sign it and support the thing and then but like 2 days before one day it start like, yo, this is crazy, this is for real happening. And I start prep everybody on my team, you know, cause everybody's also excited. They're like, yo, this I think we could possibly win, you know. But me just start prep everybody. Me just I say, yo, hold on composure. You know, if we don't win, that me I tell the people, cause me I have my little doubt them and I say, you know, if we don't win, is a win. No, I don't want, you know, cause I genuinely don't want to let down people too. You know, cause we're all here, we all come and fly in and, you know, and then the day of the Grammys now, I never even, all my little tailored suit, what I have on, I just send the tailor be a picture of His Majesty, you know.
Wow.
And I tell him, say, do something in other way, cause I never wear a suit before in my life, you know. So I not go wear no suit, neither. You know what I mean? I still have to be me and something cultural and... You know, him send me some like a picture and thing of it and I was like, yo, I don't even know, you know what I mean? And then I'm not sure, you know. So I never even try it until on the day.
Wow.
So we just, you know, and then in fact, the suit never, he mailed it to me and it never reached till the day of.
Wow.
So at first, you know, at one time I did that, I was going on with a little jeans and a leather jacket, you know, and just step it, you know, and, you know, cause so we do it thing, you know. And it reach and, you know, when we try it on, it did feel appropriate, you know, it did feel royal and regal, you know. Boom, no. We're doing the whole red carpet. I think that's where I first saw Leela. And, you know, Leela and the whole indignant Proto J was there and we're just sharing a moment. And I say, look how you look nice, Leela. And she'll say, you too. And Diggy, I say, yo, congrats. And boom, 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 we're on the red carpet. And I see everybody when we look up to.
Right.
As artist and musician. And I say, yo, one time I think PJ Martin is a youth who I listen to enough and I see him is a really musician. I have to tell him, say, brother, I forget, I'm not really ask artist for picture, but I say, no, man, I forget a picture with the Dan, you know? You know what I mean? And, you know, that was good. And then I start get some message. Say, yo, bro, because while we're on the red carpet, in the arena, the thing are going on, you know? Right. Same way all, because you have to remember, you know, it's a lot of awards, you know?
A lot of categories.
And you have to still go and do your interview with them and thing. And they must say, yo, it's like 5 more categories till yours. So now we start rush, but the place so big, the red carpet in a whole different area, you know, from the arena, the Staples Arena. So we are run around now and we can't find the place. And everybody are call me because they hold my seat. Yo, where you there? And we're going at the stadium, and we're going at the stadium now, we realize that we're there far away from the next place. I'm going to finally find my seat now, and when I find my seat is like 2 more categories than me. So I never even really get for, the reason why I give the context, I never really get for settle. You know, my lyrics now and all my little meditation and things is like, as me sit down now, is like almost one category and then now them are say, yo.
So when the teleprompter and the screens were running down the nominees, what was going through your mind then?
I look up in the heavens and I just say, yo, my gratitude, I share my gratitude to the heavens and the Almighty, and we're there. And I remember saying to myself, say, yo, I'm not gonna let you down. The Almighty, like, you give me a gift and we give thanks and we're committed to it and we're going to continue this journey with or without it, and just show my appreciation for be here. And remember, me tell the Almighty, say, I'm not gonna let the touch, you know what I mean? And that was a little reverence I'm holding on myself when I see the thing. Yeah.
And then they open the envelope.
Yeah, they open the envelope now, and you have to remember I spell my album Blood.
Right, with XX.
You know, so when she said it wasn't like and usually they say your name, but I think even my name hard for set to.
Listen,
so it's
listen,
like,
Bridget, when she didn't, because usually, like you said, they name the person that won, not the album.
Yeah.
And she didn't say your name. I says, she can't pronounce it.
Yeah, so that's what me. So then she said Blood. And you know, she said she draw out the blood, but I still at that point, me no feel like
you no move yet.
Me no move yet, and me I say what? Then when me hear the fire now, me say, yo, I couldn't believe it, right?
Wow.
Couldn't believe it, man. And you know, we just get up and remember me go so and
call the crew.
Me I say, yo, no far, me nah left on you know, cause no for we, you know. And we walk up stage, and when we reach the top of the stairs, now I realize, say, Ross, I forgot to give a speech. And you never even realize it. You know, so in my mind now, it felt so long. The whole dynamic, they're walking up, you know what I mean? It felt like at least 15 minutes of time. I feel like time just slow down. And I just realized that when we reach it, because I'm just in a joy, I'm just so happy now. I walk up and I say, yo. And when we reach the top of the stairs now, I look on the mic and the lady with the trophy thing. And I say, yo, I have to say something now. And I say, so I try family to what I go tell the world now. And I look up, I see Alicia Keys, I see David, I see Kaylan, I see all them start getting nervous now because I not know music. You know, usually when I dip on stage and I talk to people, at least I can have 2 cards I play or bass line or run little and I can run. So me start get super nervous now, and you know, me just say the first thing that come to my mind. I never even greeted the people. Me just go there and just say whatever was the first thing on my mind, you know.
Wow. When you got off stage and who's the first person you called?
When we go off stage now, that was our next drama now, cause when we go over there now, remember say we are Caribbean, you know, so be a shot about, you know, while we're on stage, and then when we go side stage now, it's remember they're recording, so everything has to be quiet. But the joy where everybody does a hug up and this and that, be a shot, and ladies like yo, like she really tripping, like she say yo. But after a while, she just low. It's like, oh, my for kill a joy, and we just make be nice backstage, be nice. We are make and we are say, man a cuss all kind of bad word and this and that. And then my manager bring the phone to me because my family was on Zoom.
Okay.
My mother, my father, all of my sister them. And then the whole of them a ball DJ Irie.
Wow.
And me I watch them and everybody a ball. And I think that's when I got super emotional and I start ball too. And it's like what the Grammys do is that they try to get your first initial reaction on air with the I think it's with like one of the vice presidents of the whole academy where they interview you, and it's like me I try getting back my composure because me don't want people feel like me I cry over this Grammy, you know what I mean? Because it's a recognition, you know.
Yes.
It's just a recognition, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression like this is my life and I just love the Grammy. It's not that for me, you know what I mean? But I think when I realized what it meant to my inner crew, my family, my people, my nation, my culture, I think the global space, I think that's when it get me emotional. It's really that made me emotional. It wasn't say me win the Grammy. It's what it meant for everybody around me. You know, because it's like a life-changing thing, you know what I mean? And, you know, I realized it was bigger than me, you know, in that moment. And I think that's when I got emotional. And, yeah, I see my parents and everybody does a ball. And, you know, it was one, a moment where I'm holding in my heart, you know.
What I will say and what I have realized that it hasn't changed you as the person. But new things are happening with you. I've seen all the interviews. Your phone, you must be one of the most requested artists out of Jamaica for an interview right now. What I love about this though is that you ever watch Oscars and a movie win the Oscar, but you never see the movie, so you go see it. I noticed that your album jumped from where it was, even on the Caribbean and Jamaican charts. Your album went to #1
in 68 territories. You know what I mean?
Which is a great thing because now your message has been heard by other people that probably wouldn't have listened if it wasn't for the Grammy. So it's a great thing, even though I know this is not why you do music. But your message did need to be heard by not just your peers. And even though I know you have a very wide and different fan base from the norm. You have your movement different from the norm. But no, the norm also I listen.
Definitely, man.
You know?
Definitely a household name now. You know? In 24 hours, you know? So,
what next?
Man, as you say, it's like there's just a lot of traffic, DJ.
I
right?
can imagine.
Like press is just one thing, but like show. Yo, usually me have to fight for sure. Huh? Yeah, man. Show. Like.
Wow.
Like, I mean, every single festival, every single, you know, so for we are not used to this. We are not even, we might be prepared and ready for the moment musically and thing, but even as a team, we're so small to handle each email and every call and everything is overwhelming right now for everybody. It's like overload of work right now, trying to coordinate everybody, you know what I mean? And Live Nation, AEG, booking agents, labels, like, you know, and, you know, we try for, we don't want to seem like, no, we get Grammy now too, you know what I mean? So we're trying to answer to as much people as we can. We still don't catch up on the work, but we're about to announce a massive tour, you know what I mean? That's that's about to happen right now. But before we did that, you know, we were thinking like, yo, we want to keep this thing grassrooted, you know, and we want to also celebrate this before we go on the big stage with grassroots people, you know. And we were saying, all right, where we're going to start. Obviously, the first place where we want to start is Jamaica. But we had some contractual agreements before even the Grammys that we still have to fulfill.
Right.
So we're not going to get to go to Jamaica yet, but we're planning something very special for the homecoming.
Terrific.
So while we're in the US now, we say, all right, before we get busy, let's do something super special for the 2 cities that supported us and where we had our first sold-out dates. And that was LA and New York. So we say, all right, let's do New York, and we're looking for venues. Live Nation wanted to do some big venues with us, but we say, yo, no man, we want to do something super intimate,
right,
where we can see the people them in the audience. We don't want to do no high price ticket or nothing. We want to do something where it's very reachable for the everyday people.
Right.
And we decided SOBs.
Okay.
You know, that's the first time we did the SOBs. We'd never done it before. It's a very iconic venue where the greatest legends have passed through, and it felt like it was appropriate. So, yeah, we're doing the I just announced SOBs on Apple Music and with billboards this week.
Terrific.
And we're going to do it on May 20th.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, we're coming with the full band. And this is the first time I do like at least 150 shows a year.
Okay.
This year was the first time I took off completely from that. So I haven't done one show in a year and a half.
Wow.
Not even one. You know, we did some little press stuff, but like a real show that we usually do, we haven't done it.
Okay.
And this is the first time we're going to actually perform the album live.
Wow.
It's at SOB's May 20th. And we have a very exciting show. We have a lot of special guests that are going to be
there
pulling up and doing so.
Right.
Yeah.
When tickets go on sale, people, make sure you go get them, because
Tomorrow.
it's an intimate space.
Tomorrow.
And you really don't want to miss this one.
Yeah.
Let me say thank you.
Yes, sir.
And why I'm going to say thank you, because too often when these accolades and highlights are bestowed on artists, they don't stop back which part it start.
Yeah.
And sometimes not directly their fault, they just get caught in the moment, and management are pull them here and there. So I thank you for saying that no matter what, you're going to stop at Irie Jam.
Yeah, man,
you're
remember
come
saying,
at Irie Jam.
we were in Philadelphia doing some press, you know. It's 2 hours and a half we drive for this interview, you know what I mean? We already did. We were trying to do it yesterday because we were already in New York.
Right.
But we make sure, say, yo, you see, because you have to understand, you know, there's not many platforms for music in the US. You know, when we go on platforms, we have to, the most platforms that we can get on is Ebro, who is like more designed for hip hop music. And it's just through them, man, there's a love of the love the culture. And,
he loves the culture.
And them things. So we don't really get a chance, you know. So when there's actual platforms that exist for a space, it's super important that when this attention is on us like this, we still forward to the grassroots and shine that light on the places that is for us. You know what I mean? So I couldn't come to New York and in this moment and in this time with DJ Rai and not do this
we really appreciate
station.
It. We really appreciate it, Bridget.
Yeah,
we wish you nothing but more success, Bridget.
Yeah, man.
I don't have to tell you to keep your eye on the prize, because I can see you're grounded.
Yes, I.
You know, really proud of you. I think I lost my voice when they announced your name. Because me know part of the journey, and again, your sister's a part of our family.
Yeah, man, Camila, yeah, man, and I want to tell you this too, like, when really, for our family, we want to show a lot of gratitude for Irie Jam. We always, when Camila do her thing, we always just give her just so much amount of love and support for anything what she do. And even for we did our first interview in the other studio that you had before you moved here, you know. So, and that was very early in my journey as a musician, you know. So yeah, man.
Well, again, like I said, when people was calling me the next day, I said, I don't know, and I said, I felt like, because I know. So if I know and I share it, I feel like said, I drop the ball. So when I started to play the album again, because like I said, I bought the album. And me can call Camille and get the album. You understand? Me can put in a call and get the album. I bought the album. I bought Jesse's album. I bought Mortimer's album. I bought Leela's album, even though I get them from them. Because I always say, if you don't support the things that you love, it will disappear. Sometimes you support by being there. Sometimes you support by speaking up. But there are times that you have to go in your pocket and support. Because when you do that, you can go back into the studio and make more great songs like these.
I saw my state, man. When Protege do him show you, so me never tell him say me a forward.
Just
come with 5-6 people and we'll join the line. I'm gonna buy the ticket and we'll go in. You know what I mean? Same thing when Kumar did doing festival, I think last year in Jamaica, we go up and we buy the ticket Mortimer, we buy the vinyl because it's important. Say we spend the money within the culture because it's easy for we if we spend our money with other people who not even a part or don't even need help. But then when we have a way where we want free things too much, you see me? As a culture. So me no want to contribute to that. So I can relate to that feeling of like, yo, me I gotta buy this because what it take for spend $9-10 with the artist. You know what I mean? So
there you go. Virgin, proud of you. And thank you again for being here. And we're going. First of all, how do people follow you before you go? Because I want to make sure.
Yeah, man.
I have to make sure I do my job now. Because I feel like I drop the ball.
Nah, man, you know, drop with your ball, man. Keznamdi, you know, Keznamdi. Whatever platform you use, you know, you can just type in that name, and we're there to in any way and any form. And as I said, SOB's tickets go live. So I know this is a tri-state station. So make sure you get it, car. It's an underplay. So definitely understand that.
Definitely. So I'm going to close out with a song that says "Forever Grateful."
All right.
Tell me what it means to you, and you introduce it.
Well, you know, I think life is a hard life. You know what I mean? And if you focus on the hard part, it's going to be even more tougher. And happiness is something that comes and goes. But I feel like if you live from a place of gratitude, you'll always be fulfilled and feel wholesome even through the dark times. And that's why it's forever grateful, because we're forever living from a place of gratitude. Because, you know, even like we just hear news, you know, my condolences to DJ Gringo, his family, you know, that's somebody who supported our journey many years before, you know what I mean? So, you know, we definitely want to send out a special condolences to his family, because you say, you never know when it's going to be your time, you know what I mean? So you just have to always live from a place of gratitude, and that's so come Forever Grateful featuring the legend Massacre.
New York City, this is Irie Jam Reading again, Keznamdi live in the studios, Grammy Award winning footballer playing, because when I say soccer, footballer from back in the days, live in Irie Jam. New York, thank you for being with us.